Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning, LaLa. And we are talking about transformation, and our intuition is one of the greatest transformations we can have. Yi is in the house. She is an artist, filmmaker, and she is the founder of Global Intuition. Tell us what that is.
Global Intuition is a Chinese-American brand that I started last year. And actually, my first interview I did here with you guys exactly 1 year ago on this couch. We just did an event with Fred Siegel last year. And this year, we have an amazing news that we can give a very little sneak peek to it, which is a new partnership with an amazing brand and company, which is Ayana and Billboard. So it's going to be a new creation.
Super cool. So tell us what you're most excited about in terms of this partnership.
I'm excited because I feel the idea of talking about TikTok, we just talked about with the amazing singer. I think it's the convergence of not just social media, of all platforms, as well as different disciplines and cross-border nationality and geographical aspects. So I think the idea that to be able to work with such a big company and platform and to be able to cross-promote different disciplines across the globe, I think is something really exciting and we look forward to.
Super exciting. We're talking a little bit about declaration. And I think that people like brands because there's messages, there's the why, there's the belief behind it. What is the declaration that you've made for Global Intuition?
Global Intuition, I think it's about the immaterial aspect of fashion. I think sometimes when we think about fashion, there's always the, material aspect, the trends that come and go. I think what I wanted to do is more about the lifestyle and that who we are and our essence transcends the material aspect of clothing and fashion.
So true.
Fantastic. So what initially inspired or led to the intuition to develop Global Intuition?
I think it came from a conversation with one of my best friends in Paris. And she said, you've been working a lot with different brands. And like one of these jackets I'm wearing, I did a collaboration with them, with an Italian brand called Iceberg. And so she said, why don't you just start something on your own? And I wasn't ready because I've always been an artist since very young age. So I never thought I would create a brand. Then she gave me the courage and I started, last year. And I'm really happy about where we are at today with the developments and our customers and followers.
Absolutely. We ask a lot on the show also about like how you start your day, which is usually sometimes about a daily spiritual practice. And intuition, of course, is something that even Harvard is now saying for top CEOs that it's one of the biggest things to develop in success. How do you tap into your intuition?
I think intuition is from everywhere, and there's something that hits us at any point in our day when you least expect it. And it's sort of like the mystery and the magic of an artist and inspiration. So you never know what can inspire you at any given time. And for me, of course, meditation. I often go to the Lynch Foundation. I'm still a supporter, and I follow their teachings and their programs very much. So that's something that really helps me to center and to find my intuition at any time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Such a great question. I love Erin's segue there because, in business, intuition is critical and it's also very challenging. And so how do you tell the difference between intuition and maybe just an idea or some logical or reasonable thought that seems like a good idea, but doesn't really touch your heart or doesn't really, isn't intuitive?
I think it's both the same. I think being an artist, I have a creative approach to things, and I think I apply the same logic and the same approach and creativity into business decisions now, and it's been really helpful to be able to combine this sort of madness in a way sometimes, because it's sometimes unexpected, a juxtaposition of certain decisions and partnerships and mergers, etc.
So beautiful. Well, I do think the fashion industry is evolving so much, and we're hearing more and more about, just kind of the evolution of consciousness within the fashion world. Everything from, making sure that it's helping the planet, not hurting, and being ethical in its way and whatever. But thank you so much for all your high consciousness bringing it into fashion. So tell people where they can find and follow you and get your pieces.
So on our website, globalintuition.net, as well as all our social media, Global Intuition, G_intuition_ on Twitter, which we just activated because we mostly focus on Chinese platforms, which is a standalone platform for China. But we realized, being more in the US, that Twitter is still a platform that is very relevant. So we're now super active.
Yeah. I also love that you're like the G of intuition.
Yeah.
Okay? Like the OG of intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.